Hello, 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 and welcome back to Fat Hippo Gaming. I hope everybody is doing well today. We are going to be jumping back into some more Spacecraft. We are just going to go over to Meyer and grab some more copper because I'm pretty sure we're pretty low on copper again. We still have 253. Everything's at a standstill again. Is this warehouse full? Is that the problem? It is. Okay. Huh? Alright, they're all back up and running. Let's run to Meyer right quick. Wrong button. Meant to hit control, but I hit shift. And then we slam into that. Nice. be the other way around, actually. Actually, wait a second. Because it costs 2 aluminum to 1 copper, so we'll do it that way. Then we'll come back for the copper. double check our bottle counts. Okay, so we've made 294. So we need 706. And this has 100 basically for water bottles. Actually, I should just grab it. We're going to be on this screen for a while because we're one day 11 hours, so we have to get producing on this. This has no time limit, so we're good here. What gets me, I cleaned my kitchen yesterday, right, deep cleaned it, and then I woke up this morning and there's ants freaking everywhere. In my living room, my kitchen, crawling all over my desk. I can't figure out where they're coming from. But the guy sprayed yesterday outside the apartment complex. So that's probably why they migrated inside. And I don't have any more barrier spray that I used to have. I need to get some more of that. I'll have to ask my mom which brand it was because she was the one that was buying it for me. But that barrier spray, I never had problems with ants inside my apartment because I'd spray it around the doors. I'd walk through and spray it on the corners and around the outlets and stuff like that in my apartment. Windows, outlets, doors, any nooks and crannies where the ants might come in, I sprayed. This is the first year since I've been here, which I've been here almost 8 years. This is the first year I haven't sprayed because I didn't have any barrier spray. I hate ants. Pesky little bastards. Pardon my language. Okay, so the 1,000 I'm making right now will only do 500 of these because it takes 2 plates per bottle. And then I have almost enough here to do 150. We're going to have to make about another 200 plates. Excuse me. And we should have plenty of water. It should be fairly close to being, if it's not done, it should be fairly close to being completely clean. Of course, I didn't double check to see how that process was going. And our exploratory mission yesterday was unsuccessful because we found the diamonds. We did find where the diamonds are on here, here, and we know there's diamonds here and here. But they're all on ocean planets and they're fairly deep in the water. And my ship exploded, and my laser's not powerful enough to mine it. But I do have one laser patch that's not installed, and I have that simple laser that has a patch on it, but that's probably not going to be enough. I need to look into different laser patches, see if I can find any somewhere. See what it takes to make overclock hi-fi, and only use that one for diamonds. And I could equip it to one of these other slots here. Yeah, it's massively over the SP. That's why it overheats when I'm flying. $410 more copper ingots to go, which will make 820 more plates. We have enough to make 200 water bottles. We're going to end up with a total of 8 plus 4, 12, 18 divided by 2, so 609 roughly. 609 water bottles. We needed to make 706, so we need to make less than 100 more. Well, 200 more plates roughly. But hopefully my machines will be on that, and by the time I get back with, because I can only haul 200 water bottles at a time, because it just fills up my weight. 200 is 1,000 weight. I mean, I could, in theory, add 2 more of those, and then I'd be able to haul 400 water bottles at a time. I had a sneezing fit. But as I was saying, I could add 2 more of these to the ship, and that'd give me an extra 1,000 SU. That would be 400 bottles I'd be able to haul. That'd bring it down to 3 trips instead of 5. Because it'd be 2 trips of 400 and a trip of 200. And this video will be posted at way past 7 today. Because it's currently 5:23 and I'm only 23 minutes into it. I started this video at 5 a.m. I woke up a little after 4, but was dealing with the ant situation. Okay, so we were at 224. If we complete this quest, we'll be at 424. So on the rankings, it should put us right about here in 12th place. Interesting. $323 ingots to go. was just looking to see where that other contract had to go. They both have to go back to Helicon. Looking to see what I could possibly remove to bring my SP down and my fallen integrity up. $244 more copper eagles. And we may stop when we get to 800 and go put the copper and aluminum away and grab the gel and start the bottles and just let the machines finish working on the plates while I make bottles, and then have the other machine turn those bottles into water bottles. To figure out what it takes for the cargo holds. That's going to put me another 700 over my SP. Excuse me. 778. So we're almost there. $790. $96. $98. Last one. Oh, it's not too expensively bad. Let's go put the copper and aluminum away. Let's go make 400 bottles. So at 2800 gel, it'll be 700 more bottles we can make. So we're going to end up with 724, just enough gel for the whole process. And then if we want to do the bottles again, we got to go out and get more quartz, turn the quartz to silicone ingots, and then turn the ingots into the gel. This is why I wanted the diamonds, for the 300 points for that. Almost have enough azurite stone for that. We're not going to waste 50 copper ingots to have the crystallizer start making malachite now as azurite. We need all the copper for the wire rack once we get done with this order here. We won't start another bottle order until we finish that other massive ore that's going to take a lot of copper. Excuse me. $298 left to go. ladies and gentlemen. I was placing a quick Walmart order. And then I messaged my mom to see if she'd be able to pick it up for me. Because I have no vehicle. But I used the last of my coffee creamer this morning. And I'm also going to get some Taro liquid ant bait / killer. They eat the bait, take it back to the hive, and kill the hive. It's the best stuff I found when you have ants in your house. But the best thing is to use a barrier spray to prevent them from even coming in the house. And if you guys haven't done so yet, please smash that like and subscribe button. Drop any comments you have down below, I will answer them. And also check out the links to my bio. Especially the main one that I'm trying to push forward is the buymeacoffee.com/FatTimboGaming, where you can send me personalized tips based on how generous you guys want to be. And also sign up for monthly memberships. Each one of those memberships comes with a different item from the merch store, and I can personalize those items for you. You just gotta let me know what you want on it. And all those items are at my cost. Any and all proceeds will be going to get my car fixed. Currently it's going to cost $6,000 at the Ford dealership. I'm going to be making some phone calls later today to some other local shops to see if I can get a better quote. But if I can get it into another shop, that I'm still going to have to pay the diagnostic fee for the dealership before I can even have my car towed from the dealership to a different shop. Last time I called around to the shops, they were all booked out for months, so I'm hoping, it's been almost 2 months now, I'm hoping maybe one of the shops will have an opening and can get to it and get it fixed quicker, and let me make payments on it. Well, I'll let them put a lien on the damn car, just as long as I can get my car and have my car back. Because without the car, I'm unable to make some of my doctor's appointments that are out of town, unfortunately. $99 bottles to go. And I just got that song stuck in my head. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Hopefully it's stuck in your guys' head now too. Now, I could use Walmart delivery, and they offer free delivery. Problem is in today's culture, if you don't add a tip to your delivery, nobody's going to do it for you. And the tipping culture in today's society is just outrageous. Everybody wants a tip for something. And I can't afford to pay people a tip to bring my food to me. why I canceled my Walmart Plus subscription, is because, yeah, you get free delivery from the store, but if you don't include a tip at checkout, you'll literally wait several days before somebody will bring you your order, because people just want to get the tips. It's highly annoying, especially for low-income people like myself. And a lot of times I'm using, I hate to say it, but I do get food stamps every month, and that's what covers my, well, barely covers my food costs every month. I eat very cheaply. Ramen and canned soup is pretty much what I live on. I'm trying to get somebody to pick up a grocery order where the only thing you had was food stamps to place the order. You don't have the extra money to put a tip. Last time I did a Walmart order, I waited 4 days for them to bring me my food because nobody wanted to get it because there was no tip on it. So I had to go hungry for 4 days because I didn't have any food left in the house. That was right before my trip to Texas. Then you read on Facebook, people were like, complaining about the tipping culture, and everybody's like, if you can't afford to tip anybody, don't use Walmart delivery. I understand that's how people make their money, is by, doing the deliveries where people give them tips, but still, it's ridiculous how bad the tipping culture in this country has gotten. It's enough of me rambling about that. Alright, there's all that, so we can go put the gel away. Was it in this one? Was it in this one? So we need to get 40 of that and 30 iron ingots left. And we'll have to make some graphene. Then we'll be able to take 400 bottles with us. We need 40 graphene. 2, 3, 4, 5 is 20, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, let's go get 40 gel from over there. And 30 iron. Which is probably full in why these aren't working. Yep. Yeah. Yep. $15 ingots left. $10 ingots left. $5 ingots. Last ingot. So installing this should put me at 2100 cargo. So nice having this right here. I don't have to fly to Rackmu to do any changes to the ship. Okay. One there. One there. We're only 2,000 over. Okay, what is in my inventory now? Strong metal sheets, which we can go put in the warehouse. And we can grab some more water bottles. And let's check and see our stainless plates, how much it's made. 176 already. We can pull that out. Oh, there's gel in there too. These can go in here. Now we gotta stop at Rackmu on the way to refill our mag. There we go, we got 400 for the trip. That's our water, I didn't even look. We still have a lot of brine. You guys working? Oh yeah, you're working. Still have 8,100 brine though. Jeunesse. Sonic! Hello, bud.
Another freelancer looking for adventure? You know, I've seen many of you in all my years here. It always ends up badly.
symbiosis. And Sama.
Beginning docking approach.
Looking for something? I've got you covered. Here's what's available. And signed. Bring me all those materials.
So that's 400 done. Might as well. Crap off my screen for now. 7 ingots to go. There we go. Get those machines racking out some wire for me. 600 plates, which is 300 bottles. 400 bottles, including that. It'll be close. Let's just put it that way. Be very, very close. And you know, I've been told by many people to just try and get as much money as I can, buy a new car. But you're still in the same boat. I buy a new car, who's to say that car is not going to have engine problems or something as well? At least I know once I get my car fixed, the engine as a whole will be good for quite a lot more miles. And I spent almost $4,000 on the car, another $700 in tires. I upgraded the sync stereo system from a sync 2 to a Sync 1 to a Sync 3 with navigation in it, and it also has Android Auto. And that was $800. New headlight housings for LED lights because I didn't like the other lights; they weren't bright enough. That was another almost $400. So roughly, I put in another $2,000 into the car, so close to $6,000. I'd be out $6,000 plus whatever it costs to buy a new car. And a car equivalent to that one is going to have more mileage and possibly other issues. And if I can get it fixed for, just basically half the cost, because the other shops charge a lot less than the dealership does per hour for labor. All in all, it'll be cheaper to go through a different shop, which is what I'm going to do today, is make phone calls and see if I could get it in one of the other shops. And hopefully one of them will let me put a lien on it and let me have the car back once it's fixed so that I can drive it while making payments to pay it off. $250 copper ingots to go. Finish up the bottles, and then we've got this massive order. I think we got this done, if not, we're fairly close to having the nuts and bolts. Wire, on the other hand, we need a lot of that still. We need a total of 9,500 wire to be able to do all of these, and then the wire. And that comes out to 2,375 copper ingots. It's a good amount of copper ingots. It's going to take us quite a few days to finish that one up. Copper ingots left. Which will put us about 600, no, 400 stainless bottles, I think. Yeah, we'll have 802 stainless plates, so 400 bottles. That noise in the background was my ice machine popping out more ice. I drink so much water that I have to run 2 ice makers just to keep up with the amount of ice I use a day. In a 2-week span, I go through 3 to 4 5-gallon bottles of water. I ended up with a couple extra drums too. Those will have to go in storage. I was just sitting here thinking I might need to make another couple of warehouses. To be able to hold all the wire I gotta make. Of course, another thing I didn't take into consideration was I need 1,500 iron ingots and 1,500 bolts for that. That's why I wrote down 3,500 bolts, because we need 2,000 for the order and another 1,500 for the mag that it coils here. and also 1,500 iron ingots. And 7,500 wire to do these magnetic coils. You can do them in batches, I guess. $144 copper ingots left. And on our next pickup from Meyer, we'll focus more on copper than the aluminum. And we may need to build another chemical factory. Well, we won't need to worry about the water so much after we finish this up. $116 copper ingots left. $110. I need to take my morning meds and use the restroom, so I will be right back. And 60 ingots left to go. Ingots left to go. Three ingots left. Fifteen ingots left. Ten ingots. Five ingots left. Last ingot, I can only make 397. Check my other warehouses for some more silicone ingots. almost a 2,000 wire. And there's no sulfur in there either. I mean, gel. Double check these warehouses. Oh, we got some aquamarine though. Okay, let's check that again for the aquamarine. So we can turn that into silicon ingots. See what my power is doing. 66 of 90, okay. And let's go down here and check how many bottles I have. Because I only need 600 more. We have 294 here. 294. That's 306 we need to make. Excuse me. Go ahead and make all of this up. 2,000 wire will give me 400 magnetic coils. That'll be what we work on next. After we, take 400 and deliver it to Helicon and come back. Well, by the time we get back, the other 200 bottles will be ready for us to deliver. Providing we have enough water. I think the water is going to be the limiting factor on how fast the last of the bottles get done. And we have, let's see, 34 hours until this quest has got to be turned in. So we might not be able to finish it today based on the water, because it's doing 3 water every 15 seconds between the 3 chemical factories I have. But it takes 10 water to do 1 bottle. Start thinking of it like that, I'm going to need a lot more chemical factories doing brine. I had it at, what I have, a little over 10,000 liters, almost 12,000 liters, no, yeah, almost 12,000 liters is what I had out of my 16 that I can hold, because one tank had clean water in it, and I filled up 2, and then the third one was half, so, and it only did like 4,000 liters roughly overnight. So once we get done with these bottles, we may look into building a couple more chemical factories. As long as we can, I'll fit it all in my footprint here for the base. Do 2 more, that'll give us 5 water every 15 seconds. And the main thing we got to worry about is power. May have to build another solar plant. And on the bright side, if we need more quartz, these 3 planets right here in my system provide us with a lot of quartz. You almost have enough to buy that one. Large cargo hold, large module kit, hydraulic actuator, high-grade metal sheet, unbindium ingot, platinum ingot, tungsten ingots. Haven't even found those yet. Okay, that requires platinum. So just to even build it, we're gonna have to make those. Xenic oil, watertight pipe. So I definitely am gonna have to build the farm to be able to make those. Large module. 500 metal sheets. A high-grade metal sheet. Unbindium ingot. Oof. Haven't even found platinum or tungsten yet. So this is a 4x3x2. Gives 240 SP. Weight is only 12 ton. Now, we compare that to this one. 30 ton, 240 SP. Frame is 36. Okay, so if we go 4x3x2, 240, 36, 24. So this is a little bit lighter. Heat capacity 33, heat conductivity is 60. 30, 60, 36 and 30. 36, 24. All 15. All 15. So yeah, you get down into these. $160, weight is 20. So this one here would actually be better to go down. 30,000 credits though. Holy moly. But we're gonna have to go with the better titanium first. Small titanium part casing, support hardware. Heavy duty beams. Where do we get those? Oh. Oh, the condor wing. That looks kind of cool. Inner plates. B titanium ingot. Vanadium ingots and titanium make that. Heavy duty beam. B titanium ingot, steel ingot. Okay. And that costs 7,000 to unlock that boy. Better ship parts means I'd be able to change my ship out for lighter materials and in turn make my ship better on the SP. Oh wait, okay. Because right now we're using a lot of these. 240 SP. Still the same SP support, but is it 30 ton, 24 ton? So it is 6 tons lighter, so it'll this doesn't say how much my ship is, just the SP in the hull. But I can get rid of some of these gigantic 8x1s and put in some smaller 4x2s, 4x1s. I never changed the color of that, did I? That's the Scanalyzer beta? Yeah. $103, $102 left to go. So we're gonna buy this one next. And then these are done in workshops. Chemical factory is where the vanadium ingot is made, but we gotta go here. So that's made in a factory. We're not even gonna be able to build any parts of the ship until we get the factory built. So we're gonna need 7,000 plus. Oof, dummy, 18 grand. Yeah, boys, that's expensive. I say expensive because we don't even have, we can't even sell anything yet at the Trade Nexus because we need to get, that'll be unlocked when we finish this request. Station storage, management. So once we sell this one, then we will need to do not that one. So that increases the storage in all my space stations. As long as I have license points and it's not negative credit exchange. I don't want that one, no. That uses up my license points. Mainly it's, we need this one for the market presence. And then once we have the market presence, we can go to the Trade Nexus and buy that storage locker that's there. Take stuff there to sell. And then we'll be able to start making some money that way. I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna sell at the Nexus. 46 more to go to be able to make the money to be able to buy these. And I can sell some stuff at Rackmu, not a whole lot, because it's constantly runs out of money. And the only way it resets is when you buy a new one of these. But I might be able to sell enough to at least unlock that guy. I do have a lot of those gems and stuff I could sell. You sell for 34 a piece, but I don't want to sell any of those. And we're going to start needing titanium a hell of a lot more. which means we are going to have to make a trip out here, I believe. Let me look at my map. Oh, the map is still set to diamonds, so we get that off, and that one. Titanite and titanite magnetite. It shows that there's a planet in Cairn that has titanite and iron spiral, and it's called the Malaya's asteroid belt. Interesting. But yeah, we're gonna have to make a trip over here. And the planet that's in Cairn, it says it's in this one. Alright, water bottles are done. Let's check in here and see how much water we have. 700. So it's only going to do 70. We'll pop that back over here to us. And we'll pop this in there to you. Actually, we'll do it this way. And then add that there. Alright, let's go finish up the aquamarine to the silicon ingots. Actually, we'll just hold off on that. 448 storage. The drones can go in here for now. Okay, so we'll put the silicone ingots and the gel and the aquamarine up here. That. Go drop off the aluminum ingots. Wire, iron, nuts and bolts. Alright, let's come down here and get 400 ingots. Alright, now it'll start. Yep, those ramped up. Check our power usage now that those are up and running. 63 of 90, okay. Now we need 400 nuts and bolts. Alright. And 2,000 wire. That should be 400 magnetic coils, right? Oh, 800 magnetic coils. My bad. I forgot it produces 2. So that's over half of what we need. So my wire and everything was off because I was calculating it as 1, you know, it producing 1. Another 2,000 wire and this whole contract will be done. Oh no. give me an extra. So if I do another full 800, that'll give me 1600. I'll have an extra 100 magnetic coils, and then I'll just need to make another 2000 wire. Heck yeah. $762 to go. And might as well work on this, being the fact that we're pretty much going to be out of water. We only had 700 water, which is 70 bottles that it's going to do. Main place to get the titanium magnetite is in Strand. Level 3 exploration, I can get there. I don't have level 4 exploration, so I can't get to Hubris Major. I can go to Fool's Rim, it's level 2 exploration. I think the best idea would be to go down to Strand to get it. There's also the salt shells there. Iron spherules are there. Azurite. Graphite. Whoa, a lot of stuff that I haven't discovered. And that's just in the first system that you'd get to from Pioneer. 3 planets in there have what I'm looking for. Oh, there's also 2 asteroid belts in there. And the system's called Zava, Xava. So Zava 1, 2, and 3 have the titanium magnetite that I'm looking for. And then there's a asteroid belt 1, which has iron spherules and titanite. And then the other one has magnetite, which I don't know what that is. But in order to do the asteroid belts, I need shields on my ship. And I don't have a shield on my ship yet. And shields, internal, gears. Small reactive shield and a reactive shield. Ooh, that's 2000 SP. Or 600 SP. Ouch. And I think for that I'd want to do this one. So it requires a hi-fi laser, 5 hyper lenses, 8 hyper lenses total to make a hi-fi, overclocked hi-fi. And the hyper lens required that one that requires pyrite. And I use all my pyrite for sulfur, like a idiot. And then I went and found sulfur on a water planet. 6:56 to go. We've made 146. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to make a trip to Strand to start getting some titanium. There's lots of systems and planets there that have titanium. And as we've done before, both here, we hit this planet, this planet, this planet, and then we fly back to this planet, and then this planet, and this planet, and just keep repeating that circle, right? And until we get a full inventory, cargo hold of what we're looking for. So that may be what we end up doing down in Strand as well for the titanium, to get as much nuggets and ore as we can fit on our ship. Because we're going to need lots of titanium coming up once we unlock this guy. Not that we'll be able to make any of this stuff, because we'll have to do the factory. But we got to build the farm to build the to get the oil. And that was unlocked here. We can actually build that guy. It's not too expensive. But we need this first. Crystalline focuser. 1 quartz, which we don't have any quartz. And we may have to make another trip back up to, where was it? Ravani? There, so we could find those plants. This game's got a lot of content left to go, and they're doing updates too. Quality of life stuff. And updates, other updates too. More ship parts, modules, and stuff like that. That's part of their roadmap. I'll have to screenshot the roadmap and get it into OBS so you guys can see it. Trying to screenshot this. Bear with me. Gotta figure out where it saved it to. Alright, so that's the early access roadmap. I'll leave it up there so you guys can read it. It's a little blurry to read for me. Might be better for you guys on bigger screens. Worse if you're watching this on mobile. The purple is stuff that's coming. The stuff that's down on the bottom. Restricted areas and dangerous locations, expanded exploration opportunities, new hazards and discoveries across the galaxy, better ways to do automations and stuff like that. And of course here's the galaxy map, and here's Strand down in the bottom left corner. You can see Strand, and the first couple of planets there have what I'm looking for. If you see Pioneer, and then you come to the left of Pioneer, those first 4 or 5 planets in that area are the ones that I'm going to be going to eventually to get titanium. And we have 498 left to go. This is going to be probably finishing up tomorrow. Right now we're working on this, 800 of those. 1,000 wire would give me 400. What is it? 1,200. We just gotta do another 3. We already have the engines done. Those are finished. This is, I believe, finished. And we're working on these two right now. Because my assemblers are making wire while I'm building the magnetic coils. That's going to give us 60 license points so that we can actually do this one, which is 5. And that one's going to take a while to get, but then we can go with this one as our next one with another request for materials. But mainly it's this one we want to do, and then we can start selling stuff in the trade nexus. And making the money we need to be able to unlock this permit, and then we got to unlock that permit. And then I'd really like to get this one here, but 30,000. 30,000 for this one too. So that'd be another 60,000 we'd have to earn to be able to do this one here. Oh, so those are done in the workshop. And that's done in a smelter. We'll have to find the platinum and tungsten to be able to start making the ingots for that. That's done in the factory. That's done in the assembler. Inert plates. B titanium. So we're gonna have to start getting vanadium, which is vanadite. Ooh. And the only place vanadite is at, if you open it, I'll show you guys the map again. Okay, you see Justice down there in the bottom right corner, near Glimmer and Hubris Alpha, in between those two. That is the only place for vanadite, which is your vanadium. Level 2 exploration, but in order to get there I need level 4 to go through Hubris Alpha. So we're going to have to work on our exploration, because right now we're at level 3. Got a ways to go for that one. And we need technology and science. Well, we need these two to go up. Social. Okay. Cruise company reputation. Plus 30%, 20%. Is at level 3. Trading box, which we were able to build already. So this one here is technology level 4, which gives us the recycling plant, the anvil cockpit, and the shuttle. So that one there, I'd be able to have it bring copper and aluminum from my other base back to this base. I just don't know how long it would take to come back and forth. Then you got the shuttle landing pad. Requires a quantum beacon. calcified variant. Contractor equipment. So I just need one calcified variant. I think I have one left over. What else do I require? 2 magnetic coils. I think we have that in stock right now. Let's go see if we have that calcified variant. Okay, so I just gotta take that to a mining bureau at Racknu. $171 iron ingots left to go. So I go to negative 48 or 261. Wow. Yeah, we don't want to see your face, dude. Oh, I have 0 of those left. So I wonder if I can use my tool to pick it up and then redeploy it somewhere else. 148 left to go. Iron ingots. $113 left. And I'm definitely thinking about it's going to require another 160 plates. And I don't think I have enough silicate to make the concrete. I think I have that in storage. It's going to require 2 motors. Which is 10 of these guys, 10 of those. Oh wait. it's going to be a lot more than that because it takes 5. So we're going to need 10 pumps, which is 10 motors, which is 50 and 50. Gel's not too big of a deal because I get 20 for every silicone ingot. I have some silicone ingots in reserve, so I can make that. Just going to require 50 of my coils that I'm currently making, which will bring me down to 750. But I'll have a total, that would give me a total of 5 chemical factories. Doing 1 water every 15 seconds, so that would be 5 waters every 15 seconds. So water right now is the limiting factor, converting it from brine to good water, basically. $75 ingots, 74 ingots left. Oh my gosh, you guys are still staring at the map. Oh man, I apologize for that. Oh, I don't even know how long that's been up. Three iron ingots left. We're at 672. I have 3 monitors. The game is on my primary monitor, which is, right in eye line sight. Above that is my secondary monitor, same orientation as my primary. That's the one I have the music playing on, and the spacecraft.tools site is open on. And then my monitor on the left is in portrait mode, or portrait, instead of landscape, it's in portrait because it's on its side basically. And I really need to pay more attention to that one. That's the one OBS is running on. That's pretty much all I use that monitor for, is OBS. And on the rare times when I'm live streaming, I'll have the chats open on the top screen. But yeah, this is definitely a game I don't want to do any live streams on because it's just too grindy. So I'll just do videos. I do need to get back into some of the other games I was playing. Last Caretaker's had a couple of updates since I've played. Forever Skies has had a couple of updates since I've played. I need to do some more with Green Hell. Outbound has had an update since I've last played it. And there's a couple other games that I've played that have had updates to it too. But I get focused in playing just one game at a time, and I need to start doing more games at a time and putting out more than one video per day. But I can, doing 3 hours is hard for me, but I end up pushing it and going, 5-6 hour videos, and then my body's hurting the rest of the day. I need to get a more comfortable chair is what I need. I bought, the chair I'm using is it's an oversized office chair basically, because it was one of the few that I found that can support my weight. I've lost some weight. I'm below 300 finally. According to my scale last night, I'm at 269. It's going down, just not very fast because I can't walk. And all the exercise routines I keep coming across require you to walk and do other things, so I need to figure out other ways to try and lose my weight. But that's the reason I went with this chair, is it had a 350 weight capacity, and it's a wider chair. I don't feel cramped in this chair like I did my last office chair I had. That chair I felt like I was sitting in the cockpit of something because it was just so tight. $20 ingots left. Ingots left. $5 ingots left. Last ingot. That's where the other two went. Okay. I was curious. Okay, so this is where most of my weight is. Right? Yeah. Is there room to fit this in there? There is. Let's go look and see how many water bottles it made. 315. Might be able to take 400. There's our 400. And we're out of water, so it's going to have to do the rest. Yeah, we're out of water. Alright, let's fly back out to Helicon and back. Stop at Meyer just to see how much copper and aluminum it's made on our way back. Finish this request up on my next video because it still needs to do 2,000 water. 200 more bottles, basically.
Initiating docking to station.
Looking for something? I've got you covered. Here's what's available.
There we go. We only need 200 left.
And signed.
Not sure why it's showing an active mission on my phone system. Ooh, that was almost bad. Really need to do a landing pad here. 80, 78. Nice. There we go. Oh yeah. Inventory. Okay, let's head to the bus and take it to the mining bureau on Rackmoon. Oh, I probably should have brought stuff to sell. All those gems I have. I think they're in this one. Those. That'll do. unlocked better titanium.
Do you need any help? Thank you for transferring the deposit beacon data to us. We'll be sure to put it to good use for the company's benefit.
Okay, so that was it.
Here at the Mining Bureau, our top priority is helping you work faster and smarter.
I made some money from that too. So we still have 2,000 credits, which is good. Now, we don't need the beacon anymore, so can we... Okay. How much room is in here? After we put all those in there. There we go. We'll just keep it on us and let it fill it up with wire. How much room is in this one? There we go. Stuff the 800 in there. Now it should be good and set. My screenshot. There we go. And we are going to call it here, ladies and gentlemen. Please smash that like and subscribe button. Drop any comments you have down below. I will answer them. And check out the links in my bio. Everything is there from my Facebook, Discord, Twitch, Stream Elements, Tipping, my merch store, and buymeacoffee.com/FatHippoGaming, where you can send me personalized tips based on how generous you guys want to be, and also sign up for monthly memberships. Each one of those monthly memberships comes with a different item from the merch store, and I can personalize those items and get them shipped out to you at my cost. You just got to let me know what you want on it, and I can get that out to you. Once again, this is Fat Hippo Gaming saying ciao, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.